Welcome back to Inspire Youth with HRH, and in the studios today we have Angela Ochu-Baiye, who before we went on a short break was telling us about her father and how your father encouraged you and inspired you to start business and to invest. Is it important to have a mentor if you're going to be an entrepreneur?
Oh, definitely, because a mentor is someone that clearly already has gone through the path that you want to go through, and you don't even know how to navigate the waters. Yeah, if you put it that way. So a mentor needs to be there with you consistently from the very beginning. Well, and gradually he or she would release their should I say their hold on you based on when you get to that level where you start to also mentor other people at the end of the day. So I think it's very important to have a mentor. Now the issue is who would be that mentor, which is a very dicey situation. And sometimes people ask, do you choose your mentor or does your mentor choose you? So it's right now, if you ask me, did my mentor choose me or did I choose my mentor?
You really can't answer.
I really can't. I think it's just more of some form of connection that comes between the mentor and the mentee, and somehow merging together to do great work. Yeah.
All right. I'd ask you this. Being a woman, have you faced any gender-based opposition in becoming an entrepreneur from your family or from the society at large?
In general, I wouldn't say that Okay, now the thing is, there are oppositions everywhere.
Okay.
And for me, probably because of the way I was brought up, I was not brought up. I was not brought up to think that I'm less of a human being or less able to achieve anything great because I'm a woman. Yeah, right. But I do understand that society has all of these probably stereotypes. Because of the way I was brought up, I wasn't brought up by my dad or my parents rather to think that there was anything I couldn't do just because I was a woman. So I grew up with that self-confidence in me that I could do anything, and the fact that my parents encouraged me more to take my education seriously. So, but I am aware that society has ways they've put women in certain boxes. I understand that. So when I am faced with that situation, I don't use it. I don't even see it. Unfortunately, I don't see that much. People have to tell me that, Angela, you're a woman, if you go into that place, they might, so you have to be careful. And I'm like, I'm not going to see that challenge. I'm going to look at it as a regular challenge and deal with it as I would deal with anything. So yes, I know that women are especially women in women entrepreneurs are faced with quite a number of challenges, especially those that have families with them, that have children and the rest. And there's always that fight to balance between this is what I want from my business, and yet society expects me to sit in the home to raise a child or to raise children. So when for example, there was a time I had to do this business deal with t-shirts, and I wanted to get it by all means. I had to deliver. I had to show the employer or the clients rather that I was going to deliver and it was going to be of good quality. But that meant for me to stay in my store till 11 p.m. So the general thing is that why would a woman that is married, that's got children, what are you doing in the store? Then they throw out stuff like, you should be at home. You should, all those. And at that point in time, I am not always going to be at the store till 11. I had to deal with a particular matter at that point in time. And so I do face a lot of challenges here and there just because I'm a woman. Also, in places I work, sometimes people look at me and they don't understand why I have a certain standard. It's like women sometimes are not expected to have some standard. it's like you could cut corners. You're a woman. Everything is going. Don't worry about. Don't think through it. Just let things slide. There was once HRH. I was speaking to a friend and I said, it's unfortunate that women are being raised from a young age to think that the only thing that they should look forward to in life is just being married. And your husband is going to take care of you. So you don't need to use your brains. You don't need to, just look beautiful and have a nice voice. And sometimes people tell me, they go, Angela, you have a nice voice. I don't see that as a compliment. Because if that's the only thing you can tell me, you have a nice voice, like, is that all? You can't see anything else apart from nice voice. I don't look at that as a compliment.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you up on your nice voice at that point.
Okay.
All right. But then, how else have you had to deal with family? I believe you're saying all of this because of your family background.
Yes.
You've really gone through. Your parents raised you in that way.
Yes.
So, in other words, it's possible to change this style of thinking.
Yes, it is possible to change the style of thinking. Now, on one hand, while I said my father taught me to always look at being an employer and also investing. Let me tell you what my mom taught me.
Okay.
My mom, actually, I believe, is more of the entrepreneur. Because growing up, I remember my mom selling drinks. I remember my mom starting a salon. Within the home.
Okay.
There were also times that she traveled to Lagos and brought items. And it's just now I'm recollecting all those tiny bits of things that she did. And funny enough, there were friends and family around that thought, Grace, you shouldn't be doing these things. Right now, my mom has a fish pond.
Okay.
And she's also raising, chicken and the rest. I know of some people like, you're actually selling fish. It doesn't matter what you do, there is honor in work.
Yes.
And as long as you are people eating fish? Yes. Are people taking minerals? Yes. Do people go to the salon to do their hair? Yes. Funny enough, I could actually tell you about something that is popping up in my head right now.
Tell me.
Which has
Is it a business idea?
It's a business idea.
So let's spread it on the young people.
Okay, so there's a business idea I thought about recently. We're all saying how, we need to do more indigenous stuff. Okay, no, let me start again. Each time I go to the salon, I notice that there's been a change from the past 3 years to what people do in the salon. Previously, you go to the salon, you make your hair, you go and see the salonist, they make your hair and everything is fine. But if you go to the salon right now, you would see salonists making weave-ons, making wigs. We didn't used to do that. We used to buy it. Okay. But now you see them put in like 2 chairs, having a thread, getting the hair, and then making it into wigs and now selling it. So I thought, I had an Indian friend, and her name is Anita. And her hair grows really fast. Okay. And she cut it. And I said, Anita, can you grow your hair for me? You can actually give me this hair, and all I would need to do. No, but I'm serious. All I would need to do is take this hair and give it to that woman
who's weaving and making wigs.
Weave. Now the morals is different because some people believe, we shouldn't have. No, let's leave the moral side. Yeah. Let's look at the business
end
aspect.
Of this,
This is what I mean by seeing an opportunity in everything. That's a typical example of an opportunity. Now she's planning on going to India. Yeah. And she's thinking of going to the temple. Apparently there's a temple in India where people cut their hair. And she's going to find out the cost. She says she doesn't even know the cost implication. But now, because I put that in her mind, she's going to go to India to find out the cost. And if it works out fine with me, I now determine, do I want to invest in that business? Do I want to ask someone, give me 2 points, whatever million naira, right? I am going to get, and the market is there. Because ladies make their hair every time. Okay. And you've got different people that are already professionals in making the hair. All they need is the hair. Okay. Imagine a situation where we give them that hair and we make it and it's branded and we can actually say made in Nigeria hair.
Interesting. This idea is popping up in your head. Is there any idea for men? We cut our hair every...
It's not long enough.
It's not long enough.
No, it's not long enough.
You can use it for, to make a sponge or something.
But come to think of it, the men that need to have like hair grafts and
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't work
We
that
don't have a
way.
lot of them.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you this. In this idea you're just sharing with us, sharing with all the young people watching this show right now, that was free of charge. A lot of them will be thinking about capital. You just mentioned 2.1 million naira, and there's somebody watching us right now who has never held 100,000 naira. Is money not an issue in starting a business?
Okay, money is the last thing I always think about. I don't even think about money whenever I want to start a business.
Interesting.
I don't think about money.
Angela, please, could you say that again?
Angela Ochu-Baiye does not think about money whenever I want to start a business. I think it's a lie that a lot of us have gotten ourselves, we've bought.
Yes.
So we go, ooh, I want to do this, but my problem is money. Right now, I am being offered an opportunity to have 5 million naira to start a business.
Yeah.
But I've refused it.
Why?
Because my problem is not the money. My problem is, if that money comes in, I am not available right now to put in what I need to put into that business to make it work because of my
Because of what you
because
do,
of what
your
I'm
work.
doing on air.
Yes.
So I'm having to refuse that in the meantime. Now this is money coming to me because people see that there's a business opportunity. They know that if they put the money in my hand, I'm going to make it work. Now because of my integrity, I refuse that funds because whatever is placed in my hands, it has to work. So money is always available. The problem might not be the money. I know my problem right now is I don't have the time to focus on that aspect to get it to work.
Angela, I'm really sorry, but what you're saying right now is actually frying the hard drives of some young people listening to this. That money is the last thing to think about if you want to start a business. What gives you such confidence? But before you answer that, we'll take a short break.
Okay.
I'll be right back.